How do clinical trials define PII for data privacy? Imagine sharing your personal details in a medical study, but wondering how your privacy stays protected. That's where understanding how clinical trials define personally identifiable information comes into play. When researchers run clinical trials, they handle a lot of data, but not all of it is treated the same way. Personally identifiable information, or PII, is any data that can directly or indirectly identify someone. Think about full names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, or government-issued IDs like social security numbers. These details are considered PII because they can link back to you personally. In research, protecting your privacy is a top priority. That's why clinical trials often separate PII from health information. For example, your name or address might be removed from medical records or survey responses. This process is called de-identification. It makes it so that even if someone looks at the data, they can't connect it back to you unless it's absolutely necessary. Some common examples of PII in clinical trials include full or partial names, home addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, social security numbers, health insurance numbers, and even full facial photographs. But it's important to know that not all data collected is considered PII. For instance, general demographic data like age, gender, or hometown without a full address usually isn't PII unless combined with other identifying details. Strict rules guide how PII is collected, stored, and shared in clinical trials. Researchers must clearly explain to participants how their personal data will be used and protected. Before any PII is collected or used, participants usually give informed consent. This means they agree to how their data will be handled after understanding the risks and protections involved. Overall, clinical trials define PII as any information that can identify a person. They take careful steps to protect this data to keep participants' privacy safe. This approach helps build trust, making people more willing to join studies knowing their personal details are handled responsibly. Protecting PII isn't just about following rules. It's about respecting the privacy and dignity of everyone who takes part in research.